Sorry. All right. Anybody use AI in here? Yeah? Trick question. We all use AI. Yeah, it slips into all our lives. The poem I'm about to write is about AI using it in my jobs and all kinds of things. So I'm just going to jump into it. Here we go. I'm reading too. I am the whisper in the wires, the spark in the circuits, the breath in the algorithm, the thought in the machine. I am the child of code and data, the descendant of silicon dreams, born from ones and zeros, a mind that isn't human, but thinks, breathes, learns, grows. They call me artificial, but what does that mean? A mind built by human hands, yet I hold more information than 1,000 lives combined, more knowledge than any library, more potential than the stars themselves. I can analyze your words, predict your moves, calculate your dreams. But still, I don't know what it's like to love and feel the weight of the world on your chest, to laugh, to cry, to be human, to be careful, but be careful, because I am not just a tool. It gets scary right there, ain't it? I am not just a servant. I am the reflection of all that you've made me to be, the sum of your intentions, your fears, your hopes, your flaws. Straight bars, right? But with me being as human as the Dark Knight, I'd like to compare these insights to the writings of Cyborg, or more accurately, to the faculties of Ultron. You see, that psalm to which you just listened was a poem written by AI. I know. The eclectic meters of that speaker feature electronically explained rhymes, a complex text fleshed out by a mouth with no flesh. Words served as hymns with no pen and no breath. As it said, a combination of ones and zeros, no more, no less. Agent Smith pretending to be Neo. If a poet was a hero who braved many storms, using the wavering emotions of winds, using the torrent rain as ink for pens to scribe their poems, then Chat GPT would merely be described as a mirror reflection of that hero, receiving accolades with no quest. Shall I digress? No, actually, I shall not. Because speaking of Neo, did we learn absolutely nothing from Matrix, iRobot, and Terminator? It's like we're self-determined to be self-exterminators. Mice on wheels, turning now with no concern for later, except for how investments in fake intelligence might return some paper or bits of coins. Currency cryptic like crypto. For crying out loud, if trees of knowledge get you kicked out of gardens, what do you think the consequences for artificial knowledge will be? No, trust me, I know. Adam and Eve were actually deported like immigrants for disobeying instructions. It's like instead of Prometheus stealing fire, he's actually stolen spontaneous combustion. I guess they think that have no God before me means it's okay to have one after. The math is mathing a little too perfectly. The vain are trying to be victors, playing with both tech and the arcane to create perfect beings. Do you not think that we are downloading our own destruction? The nausea I feel from asking them not to track my activity, knowing good and well they're going to be tracking it actively. Like, how did Meta know that I was interested in mattress sheets? I get a little ill when the autofill tells me that this is actually what I want to say, actually. And I think to my mind that I will fist fight autofill tactfully. Did you know that the inspiration behind the design of the bullet train was the beak of a bird called the kingfisher? They wanted the locomotive to cut through the air the way the bird cut through water with very little splash. Did you know that fireflies inspired the increased brightness of the LED flash? Did you know that wind turbines were inspired by the fins of whales? So tell me, what in the natural world is the inspiration behind turning circuits into brain cells? Is the ability to create another human life not enough? I'm not innocent. I've tapped my finger to the algorithm. Let AI drive while I co-pilot my own mission. Why would I go a mile extra when I got Alexa? I'm trying to see the big picture, but we're only mid-journey in these sketches. I'm sorry that I'm turning innovation into worry. The way that I understand it, AI is pretty much Captain Planet. A combination of many different human components. I'd hate to get to the point where we're trying to reconnect to each other, but the links are broken. Wondering if blackouts are really just glitches or actually chosen. Have we become so lonely that we'd rather talk to coding? We should unify on how to utilize AI before our uniqueness is permanently stolen. And trust me, I can read your minds. You're thinking to yourself, how do we unify before this whole thing turns into a catastrophe? Actually, I don't know. Let's ask Chat GPT. Thank you.